There's got to be a way out of here.
Some guy that lives in his mom's base, dude, did an entire video of base, and he went on and on. Dude, he's probably 50, and he went on and on. And he went on and on. Dude, you gotta get out of your base, dude. Get outside. Get a light. You need a girl. Get outside. Whatever you're into. Get outside. Just do something. You need a girl. Get outside. And he went on and on. Get outside, dude. You need a girl. Get outside, dude. Get outside. Get outside. Get out. Gotta get out. Gotta get out. Gotta get out. Get outside.
Today, I wanted to talk about the Forrest Fenn box. You heard me. Not Forrest Fenn, but the current treasure hunt going on today that's been given to us by Jon Collins Black, a.k.a. Jean Comer, a.k.a. John Christian, a.k.a. John Christian Anderson, a.k.a. John Anderson, a.k.a. Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Run, Neo, run!
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
I'm sorry, I was hungry. Need to get back to video. Let's start from the beginning. A man named Forrest Fenn hid a treasure worth around $1.3 million in the Rocky Mountains. Wait a minute, that's not Forrest Fenn. There we go. That is Forrest Fenn. A man named Jack Stoof allegedly found the chest in 2020. Some things happened, and then another man named Jon Collins Black acquired some of the parts and pieces to rehide. Jon Collins Black, a.k.a. J.C.B., hid 5 treasures across the United States and then wrote a book with clues to aid you in finding the 5 boxes. One of the chapters he titled the Forrest Fenn box. He titled it that because some of the treasure inside the box came from Forrest Fenn's treasure, and the other obvious reason is because he hid his Forrest Fenn box in one of the 4 states in the Rockies that Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt took place. Kind of an homage to Forrest Fenn. He also hinted in the book that he hid it in one of the 4 states, and since that wasn't clear enough, he came out later and told us that the Forrest Fenn box is in one of the 4 states. In case you're new here, that would be Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, or New Mexico. He got to do something special, though. He got to do something that we all wished we could do. And that is be able to go rehide it in the spot that Forrest Fenn's clues took us to. That special place that we found out searching during the hunt. Forrest Fenn wrote a poem that basically started with the clue begin it. Where warm waters halt. Some people had the thought that that means where cool water flows. Warm halts where cool begins. Well, there's a band that sang a song talking about cool water flowing. Hold on, let me get my Google machine running here. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Yup, that's it. The name of the song is called Green River. Although the song is originally about a river in California, the tie in between this song and the treasure hunt is that there is a river that flows through the Rockies called the Green River.
Well, isn't that special?
Can I step aside for a second to talk about something? Does anyone else notice that these band members all like to stand creepily close to each other? Maybe these guys are trying to bury treasure, if you know what I mean. Anyways, now we have a poem by J.C.B. for the Forrest Fenn box. And the clue that seems to be the first says, begin it where cool water flows. Is it possible J.C.B.'s first clue is about the Green River that is hinted by the Creedence Clearwater Revival tie-in? The Green River would definitely be cool waters. Another thing, J.C.B. is known to be a musician. It would make sense that his mind went to music when trying to pull apart Forrest Fenn's poem. Again, I know that the song isn't about the Green River in the Rocky Mountains, but clues are meant to be clues. They aren't always going to align factually, as we learned from Forrest Fenn and his Mr. Brown bullshit. Something else I find interesting in the Forrest Fenn chapter is he talks about what he would have done with his life if he could have lived as a clone. One of the occupations he mentioned was paleontologist. Well, isn't that funny? There just happens to be a place called Dinosaur National Monument that the Green River flows through. Not only that, but Forrest Fenn had a clue called home of Brown. J.C.B. refers to a place where once was Brown. The Green River and Dinosaur National Monument are not far from Brown's Park. These parts and pieces seem to be lining up. The last thing I will say is this. He mentions Santa Fe, Arizona in the chapter. I once thought this could be a clue to one of the boxes. I didn't think it was a clue to the Forrest Fenn box because Jon was too clear that the Forrest box would be found in one of four of the Forrest Fenn states. Plus, only Santa Fe in Arizona could potentially be the Santa Fe rail line. I'm pretty sure this rail line is associated with the Grand Canyon. If this is somehow a clue to the lion's share, then diggity dang dang. That would be nice since it's so close to Prescott, Arizona. I could just grab a Starbucks Frappuccino and head up there tonight. The only problem that I foresee with using anything from the Part 2 boxes and trying to solve the lion's share is that J.C.B. has made it sound as if Part 2 isn't going to be useful in solving Part 1. I don't recall where I heard him talk about this, but he made it sound as if there are any clues in Part 2. It would just be happenstance.